Pebble Beach didn't change. The ocean was still cold. The wind was still unpredictable. The fairways were still perfect. But the energy? That was different. Because this week, Travis Kelce stepped onto a PGA Tour stage and suddenly, ticket sales moved in ways that had nothing to do with leaderboard positions. Let's be clear from the start, this isn't a pop culture video. This is about impact. When Kelce was announced for the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am, ticket sales reportedly surged within hours. Not gradually. Not organically. Immediately. And that tells us something important about modern professional golf. Kelce isn't a touring pro. He's not competing for FedEx Cup points. He's not chasing world ranking positions. But he brings something just as powerful: attention. And attention, in today's sports economy, is currency. The PGA Tour has always blended business leaders, celebrities, and elite players at Pebble Beach. That's part of the identity of this event. But this felt different. The reaction felt amplified. Rumors began circulating. Speculation followed. Crowds gathered early. Some weren't there just for birdies. And whether you love that or not, it worked. More than 1,000 spectators lined up just to watch Kelce tee off. Not because he's a scratch golfer. Not because he's contending. But because crossover appeal matters. And here's where it gets interesting. This moment highlights something bigger than one celebrity appearance. Golf is evolving. For years, the narrative has been about tradition versus modernization, purity versus expansion. But what Kelce's presence shows is that the sport can expand its cultural footprint without changing its competitive structure. The fairways didn't move. The greens didn't shrink. The format didn't shift. But the audience widened. That's strategic growth. Now, is this sustainable long-term? That's the real debate. Celebrity-driven spikes don't automatically convert into long-term golf fans. But exposure creates entry points. And entry points matter. The key question becomes this: does crossover attention dilute the sport? Or does it strengthen its commercial and cultural relevance? Personally, as a fan of the professional game, I see opportunity. Because if someone shows up to see Travis Kelce and ends up watching a PGA Tour pairing they normally wouldn't, that's a net positive. The integrity of the competition wasn't compromised. The event wasn't turned into a spectacle. It remained Pebble Beach. But the spotlight grew. And that's not accidental. Modern sports ecosystems thrive on intersections. NFL meets golf. Entertainment meets competition. Culture meets tradition. Kelce didn't change the game this week. But he reminded us that the game exists inside a much larger entertainment landscape. So here's the question for you: is this the future of growing golf's audience? Or just a temporary moment driven by celebrity curiosity? Drop your take below. This channel is built for fans who care about where professional golf is headed, not just who wins on Sunday. If you value thoughtful breakdowns like this, subscribe and turn on notifications. And if you believe the business side of golf matters just as much as the scorecard, hit that like button. It helps this channel reach serious golf fans. I'll see you in the next update.